Hello once again everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. We've just docked with the Nexus, and so we've got to go and do something there. Something seems wrong. It seems too quiet on the Nexus, all the lights are out, and none of the other arcs are here either. So we need to go and investigate. So it's the bridge of the arc up there.
I need engineering to secure all connections from the arc.
Just having a little look around. We'll press on with the main mission though, I think. We're not going to look around and pick up side missions just yet.
Captain wants to see a full-duty roster.
I just updated the charts.
There's certainly plenty of people around here. I mean, we remember this bit, don't we?
Okay, folks.
Look at that, all the stuff just... Ooh, is that like a little robot vacuum cleaner thing?
We've got 20,000 colonists still asleep, and we'll need somewhere to put them when the alarm clock goes off. As soon as we get clearance from the Nexus, we'll be following stasis revival protocols. We want to avoid any logjams, so it's vital your teams coordinate with each other and keep people moving. Any questions so far?
How do we handle deaths that occurred in transit?
I don't think I want to think about that right now. Right, here we go, let's go. And of course, it's like one of those elevator rides.
The Nexus runs a support crew, just enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the arcs.
It means we can start waking our people up.
They built a bar, right? Gotta have champagne for the welcome party.
You're expecting one.
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
I like your style.
Yeah. Rough ride so far.
I like your style,
We'll bounce
Liam.
back. Real food and a shower are just ahead.
Are they really?
Here we are.
Locate Nexus personnel. Wow. That's there.
I don't see any
That's
champagne.
there. It's
Where is
dark.
everybody?
It's dark, it's deserted.
Well, this can't be right.
It's like everything's on standby.
If
Absolutely.
it's a surprise party, they're doing an awfully good job of it.
Oh look, we've got Navina.
Welcome to the Nexus, gateway to Andromeda. I'm Avina, a virtual intelligence designed to assist you with immigration.
Can you tell us where the welcome party is hiding?
I'm sorry, my code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
God, here we go. Oh dear. Yeah, let's just start with this one.
Where do colonists live?
Once you've cleared immigration, our helpful staff will assist you in choosing the home world of your dreams. Will it be the tropical paradise of Habitat 7, the gentle rolling hills of Habitat 3, or perhaps the mysterious twilight world of Habitat 5? Whichever you choose, rest assured our Pathfinders have carefully vetted all colony worlds to ensure your security and prosperity.
Oh boy.
Habitat 7. That's where we landed. She's way out of date.
Absolutely she is. How much data have we transmitted back to the Nexus about what we found on Habitat 7? Because I'm pretty sure we haven't had time to do that yet.
How does the immigration process work?
We ask that you submit to a brief medical exam to ensure your health and well-being after making such a long journey. Once you've been cleared, our colonization experts will assist you in finding your new home. Please be mindful of the queue. Thousands of eager colonists like you are waiting to begin their new life in Andromeda.
Not yet, they're not.
Where? Place is deserted.
Not yet, they're not.
What can you tell me about the Andromeda galaxy?
Here in Andromeda, you are over 2 million light-years away from the Milky Way galaxy. This is the furthest any life form has ever traveled outside our home system, making you a brave pioneer indeed. The Nexus itself is located in a region known as the Heleus Cluster. Here, you and thousands of your fellow colonists will fulfill your dreams of settling a new home. Fortune awaits.
Alright, the Nexus.
What is the Nexus?
The Nexus serves as the central hub for the Andromeda Initiative's colonization efforts. It is the first destination for all colonists upon their arrival in the new galaxy. Please enjoy the many venues the Nexus has to offer. As the station expands, it will one day serve as the seat of government for Milky Way colonists. Providing a safe, stable, and prosperous environment is our primary goal.
Not from the looks of it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to look like that right now, does it?
What year is it?
The current year is 2819. After spending over 600 years in stasis, it's normal to feel disoriented or confused upon arrival. Our helpful medical staff can assist with any physical or psychological after effects you may be experiencing.
Well, she's got the date right, at least.
So where is everyone?
That's a very good question.
That's all.
It has been my pleasure. Please see one of our helpful immigration staff for further assistance.
What immigration
And welcome
staff?
to your new home in Andromeda, where the brightest star is you.
Oh, for God's
Current
sake.
wait time for immigration processing is unknown error.
Right. That was helpful.
Let's scan the
Plants are still
hologram.
alive.
Did I scan the plants? Oh, these are something worth
It's
scanning.
like they didn't finish building it.
Of course they didn't. Something has clearly gone wrong here. Somebody hiding?
This place should be packed with people.
Oh, there's someone there. Just a random dude.
Hi there. We're from Ark Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you? Did you say an arc?
Yeah, we just got in.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
But we thought you were all dead.
Really? Why?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or... But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
I don't believe it.
And who would this guy be?
I'm Kieran Kandros. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
Militia?
I'm Sarah Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an Ark had arrived, but Heleus is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
But aren't you expecting us?
You're the first Ark we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been
Really?
stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center.
Wow.
Everything that could go wrong with our plan has. We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy that knocked us off course.
We're familiar with it.
Then you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died. No power, no food. The chaos went on for months. It finally led to armed rebellion. When order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we call them.
Are things
Lovely.
back to normal?
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
Well, I guess I press the button then.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Any threats from the locals?
So far, we've stayed hidden. We're in no shape to deal with an attack.
We had a first contact situation on Habitat 7. Whole thing went south. They tried to kill us.
That wasn't first contact. We know about them. Those aliens are going to be a real problem.
This day just
I'm glad somebody knows about
We're
them.
here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an Ark to finally show up.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
So why didn't they communicate with us?
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Jaren Tan, director of the initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival means to us.
Not as much as it means to us. We had one hell of a time getting here. Nice to see some friendly faces.
Hungry faces. Any supplies you can spare would be appreciated.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs. Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at her.
Yeah, that would be me now.
You're not Alec Ryder.
Yeah, no
My
shit.
father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead. Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources, but that takes people, and we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
Well, it better be. You don't have much of a choice. You get what you get.
I'm ready to step up and do what needs to be done. I can handle it.
Youthful enthusiasm will only get you so far in Andromeda.
That's no way to treat a guest. I'm Nak Morkesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Oh, there's clearly some shit been going on.
I can't believe how far off track things have gone.
It's bad, but it's not over. Not yet.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something.
It makes you wonder how the Nexus itself didn't have enough supplies.
An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
So why are we powering this massive place? Why doesn't this place have a
out?
reactor?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
It's very smoky for being in space. Oh, blimey, we've got an awful lot of updates here. Jesus. Okay. You've achieved an objective. Yeah, let's view the journal. Right, fine. Okay. Auto level up. That's very tempting to just auto level up and leave it at that. It really is. Alright, let's see what we've got. Got grenades. That'd be nice to unlock that. Aggressive shot. I didn't really use that much. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we've got squad stuff down there as well. I'll just auto level up, it's fine. Auto level him. Auto level you. That's fine. Inventory, that's all there. Codex. Come back to that. Journal. Nexus reunion. Yeah. Select a mission. Press A to track it. Priority ops, then additional tasks. Right, fine. Getting to know the Nexus. Speak with all these people. And yes. So, priority ops is, of course, the Nexus reunion. So we need to speak with Director Tan. Right. This place is huge and there's all sorts of people to talk to. And...
Hello, Console. You and I are going to be very good friends.
Hello, console. I mean, it already looks nice now that we have power for a
This is
change.
the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
That's been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Did he not trust us before?
I thought I didn't measure up as Pathfinder.
Director Addison keeps her own counsel. I keep mine.
And when you disagree?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable, so how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Ooh, she's a
Placing
bit
bets on people
salty.
is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer.
Sweet.
And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Oh dear, that's not a good sign.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam Node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No. I'm fine.
Really? Really? Right. Let's have a quick look at the journal then. Tutorials? I don't want to see that. I really wish it would be like a normal... what am I saying? Missing arcs. So I need to track that one. Track that one. Oh, I can only track one thing at once. Okay, that's fine. Let's speak with Sam on the Hyperion. Well, we can do that in a little bit later. In the meantime, yeah. We'll get to know the Nexus, I think. We'll stay here for the episode. Let's see. Speak with Tan. Right, well, we're here, so we might as well.
Ryder, you have my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
Oh my god, there's lots. I think this is going to be a very talk-heavy episode.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave, but before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well. Managing all of their biological needs caused complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
I see. And that's probably an in-universe explanation for the fact that why they're not here.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the Cat or other terrors lurking in Heleus, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
Yeah, he's master of understatement, I believe.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Oh, fantastic.
Sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
Oh dear.
How did Jean Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Jean Garson never glimpsed Heleus. She never saw her vision realized.
Kandros mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we called them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
It makes you wonder, though, if you're taking a load of colonists to establish a new colony, wouldn't you do some sort of psychological, evaluation of them to make sure they didn't have criminal tendencies? You know, like a background check or something? I don't know, I probably would. I wouldn't leave that kind of thing to chance.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
There could very well be more than one side to this story. There usually is.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. They're muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Yeah, Solarians aren't known for their like of Krogan.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
Oh, there's still more things. It just keeps going.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Gian Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
It does seem like a crazy thing to do.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons, one for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them, the thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a
Oh, there he
Solarian,
goes
my
again.
kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
And there's the dislike for Krogan again, just in case you get it this way. That's all done. Wow. That was all in that one. Jesus.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here, or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
Oh dear.
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
Oh, that sounds like a government.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all
bloody
7
hell.
leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
Really? You see, this is why hierarchy and chain of command isn't really a good idea. Especially when it comes to succession.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry.
And I believe that's it.
That's all.
Thankfully.
Thanks for your time.
What was that,
happy
like
to
10
help.
minutes?
You will find our futures depend on each other's success. Good luck.
So, yeah, I get the feeling that this episode is going to be a very, very dialogue-heavy episode. But there we go. We've got plenty of other episodes that are going to be full of fun. Oh dear. And this is how we get another mission. We'll leave that for now. We'll leave the information wall for later. If we've got time, we might swing by it. Of course, we've been at this for half an hour now, so who knows how long this will take.
There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional, or as functional as possible, considering.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
Tan, ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and, in return, get more say in the initiative.
And as we know, that didn't happen.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place.
Oh,
It was a
bastard.
mess, but I don't blame my people for walking out. We're done being used.
Oh, absolutely. Don't blame you.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's gone to shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, was killed.
What happened to Gian Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
Yeah, just asked him.
I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
The outposts aren't happening because we don't have resources or people, so Addison's more uptight than ever. And let's not forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some.
Just a
My team and I
detail.
are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
Well, that's true.
When we left the Milky Way, the Krogan were still dealing with a genophage.
Right. The genophage. A little gift to our people from the Solarians thousands of years ago. That sterility virus they infected us with left most of our children stillborn. Only 1 in 1,000 survive.
Yeah, this is why the Solarians and Krogan don't get along.
No wonder your people have such a problem with Solarians.
Some wounds never heal. Not that my ancestors didn't provoke it. They did try to conquer the galaxy. The Solarians were forced to respond. And it's not fair to blame it all on them either. The Solarians developed the virus, but it was the Turians who deployed it. I'm hoping that's all in the past. Plenty of blame to go around, but Andromeda is about new beginnings. My people need that more than most.
Absolutely.
What about the Krogan here in Andromeda?
There's no cure for it. But my clan was starting to show a mutation against the virus. A natural defense. During the trip to get here, Krogan underwent gene therapies to enhance the mutation while we were in stasis.
So you used those 600 years
That's
to your
nice.
advantage. Gave the adaptation more time to develop.
Yeah. It's still early, but I think we made a dent. Our scientists say we've improved viability to almost 4%, which is a lot better than what we had. Beyond all the statistics, it means more Krogan children will live. It's the only way my people have a future out here.
True. And that's all we can learn from her. So that was relatively quick.
Nothing more for now.
See you later.
Right. Kandros and Addison, and then the scientists. So there's another one over here. It's probably right the way up here. Yeah, there it is. Not sure I like her, but she does have a point.
All right, what happened?
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father.
Yeah, she's a bit
my
hostile.
face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
In the moment, it saved my life. But it seems my father meant for me to get the role, eventually.
It isn't hereditary. If we wanted an inbred monarchy, we could have left half our gene stock back home. Not home.
Inbred monarchy.
The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
Yeah, well, at least our character's kind of been trained for Pathfindership, so, you know, at least we're vaguely qualified.
There's also this strange technology. Has anyone studied that?
We've tried. Not me. The brains in research. They're supposed to know their business. The current excuse? The tech we dug up on Mars was more advanced, but it was plug and go. The tech here thinks different? I don't know. We've mostly avoided it. And from what the Hyperion logs say about Alec, maybe that's good.
So yeah, it definitely seems like we're not supposed to be doing it in that order. I think we have to start over here, and then go down, and then come back over there, and then do that one, and then of course end with that one. Oh well, we'll do that in future.
How do you fit into the Nexus leadership?
I oversee the actual settlement effort. As the number of outposts is currently less than ideal, my influence is limited. As Tan is quick to remind me. Left a perfectly adequate career as a chief officer. Provincial capital, too. Only a new galaxy could pull me away. And here we are, idling.
Oh, don't worry, you'll have plenty of stuff to do later. But given that the number of outposts is 0 right now, maybe you should get some rest.
You called my father Alec. No one does that.
A lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Were you friends, or...?
I'm not your new mother, if that's what you're asking. Or his friend. He hated that I didn't use his title, but no one's a pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonies.
Don't worry. We'll get right on that.
There must be some kind of plan for encountering hostile aliens. We can't have been that naive.
We expected life, not an enemy that refuses to talk. They don't attack, they disinfect. We're nothing until we're bacteria. Sorry, 14 months and you stoop to poetry. That's how bad it is. Talk to Kandros if you haven't. He's unfortunately become the head of our military. And as soon as he realizes it, we're in the shit.
You don't trust him?
I trust him to defend us. I do not trust a rising military influence in a supposedly civilian initiative. We came here to make history, Ryder, not repeat it. Ugh, goddamn poetry.
Well, yeah, you've got a point there, I will admit. Civilian civilian initiative should not have military anywhere near leadership. They can lead the military, but the military needs to be led by the civilian government.
You've had no colony successes in over a year? How many tries is that?
Less than you'd think. The Scourge, spoiled worlds, exiles, hostiles. We can't just plop down an outpost and expect picket fences. We need the Pathfinder and Sam to scout, evaluate, and inspire. The initiative promised a goal. Andromeda has not cooperated.
And if it had?
Beautiful utopian horseshit. Colonies that produce and support each other. The Nexus as Citadel. Not headed by Tan. Or even me.
And headed by who, then?
Excuse me, Director Addison.
Ryder?
It's Pathfinder.
Ryder,
Didn't
we're
you
starving here.
listen earlier?
If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you. Prove me wrong.
Didn't you hear what she said earlier? Wow, we're really up in each other's faces. Didn't you hear what she said earlier about, like, not calling anyone Pathfinder until they've found something? So, who to talk to next? We'll go over to Kandros and then we'll do the scientist. It's fine.
This is a nightmare.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
Oh, there's a load more stuff. There's always a load of stuff. Oh, dear.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know. Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. But I kept wondering, when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
Ah, right, yes. Following the family footsteps when you don't really want to. Yes.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
Ah, field promotion.
The militia grew from there. Funny, once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise to the top.
Yep, indeed. Indeed. It's often the best way to find leaders is to put people in a crisis and find out who works.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. but it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
It's rough out there. I might need backup if you can spare the people.
I have strike teams specializing in assault and extraction. If you need serious firepower, my Apex teams have you covered. In fact, I could give you authority to dispatch them. It'll cut down their response time.
Thank you.
Our current ops are on the terminal. See if there's anything that could use a shot where it counts.
And that's a whole, mini game that I'm not going to get into.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
So yes, there's a whole load of...
This is wrong. Just wrong.
There's a whole lot of side missions around here that we're not going to deal with them just yet. So these are the scientists.
The planet was toxic. What if they store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish?
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that armor.
Perhaps both. Life is infinitely adaptable, as our expedition proves.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr...
Professor Herrick. My colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
Can I join in? No, I'll go with the more logical.
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
Okay. Speak with the distraught Turian. I don't really want to, because I know that that's more of a side mission. Anyway, let's go to the journal and see what's going on. There's the missing arcs. So if I activate that and come out, does that give us anything here? No, it doesn't. Right, that's fine. Come out of that. Priority ops, better beginning. Let's go and do that one now. I don't particularly want to do that, speak with distraught Turian, because I know exactly where that leads. Why is that up there?
Engineering update. We are working on accessing more power.
It should be in here. That's it. Go back to the Hyperion. Well, there's Cora waiting for us. Come on then. Oh, she's going to say that. Stay there, are you? Actually, there were more than one. There was more than one button on there, wasn't there? It was probably not the right one. No, it wasn't. Or wasn't? No, we are back on the arc. That's cool. That's cool. Right. Let's head this way and see Sam. Now we're definitely going to go and see that Turian before we leave the Nexus. But I think this is more important right now. Sam node. Ooh. Very nice.
Hello, Sarah. Welcome back to Sam node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Good.
Yeah,
that's
what
nice
was
to
that
know.
about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
Really?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Interesting. And thankfully, it's not like Tom on the Turing test, which we've just seen. Just computer, wow, will it hurt? Interesting. Which to do. I kind of like the logical responses, but that seems a bit insulting. That seems a bit... Will it hurt?
Okay, well, just as long as it doesn't hurt.
The only pain is that which life provides. As I've discovered, this can be a lesson in itself.
It's one I'd rather avoid. So where do we go from here?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
So, yes, that's all a bit of a ruse to say, yeah, we're not going to dump all of Ryder's backstory on you straight away. Right. I go to your ship. Oh no, there is something else I want to do before I go, but it's getting on a bit. So, yeah, we'll track that one. And I believe we go in here and have a little look.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Thank you. So we've got our little beep beeps. Got a load of weapons. A bed. As I've said before, spaceships and space stations in sci-fi are always huge. I mean, do you really need all of this space? I mean, seriously now. I mean, it's all very well having all this space, but it's certainly not efficient.
Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
You know, we're right here. We're right next to it. I've got an awful lot of stuff in here to look at. That's a whole other thing over there. Yeah, we can come back and do all this later, though. It's not going anywhere. Let's proceed back to Sam Node and see what was going on.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay, something new every day.
More questions or play it? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, here we go.
I take it you're based here in Samnode?
Correct. This is where my core processing unit resides. However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field. This raw data enables me to provide real-time feedback and analysis of the situation.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
He removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Yeah, and that's not creepy in any way.
Uh-huh. Just promise you won't fry my brain or anything?
Trust is an important concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that. I will not fry your brain. It would end badly for both of us.
Me more than you. Do you know anything more about Scott's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing Scott with the very best care possible. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
Lovely.
What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a SAM, Simulated Adaptive Matrix. Each is an artificial intelligence designed by Alec Ryder to support Pathfinders and their teams.
But AI is illegal in the Milky Way. How did my dad get around that?
Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was conducted in secret.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that we're not in the Milky Way anymore.
So there are other SAMs out there?
Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
Nice.
What did he mean by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between two life forms. A flower provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen for the flower. The bee gains nourishment, and the flower can propagate. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We each benefit.
Yes, indeed. Mutually beneficial relationship.
That's all for now.
Of course.
So I presume we're going to see our memory this time?
One of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
Define this advantage.
It will set us free. We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
How?
By augmenting our own abilities and adding a few new ones.
Well, none of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together, benefits both.
He's got a
There's
point.
no creator to revolt against.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Not on my watch.
Oh, that's sad.
Wow, hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
It would seem his obstinance extended to me as well.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of
Yeah,
what?
probably.
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's
Oh
quarters.
god, here we go again.
I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Yeah, because you can't give us all of that all at once.
That's all for now.
Of course.
So, yeah, that was the beginning. That's probably where he thought, right, I'm not going to take this. I'm going to develop this AI anyway, even if I don't have to do it legally. So anyway, that's probably enough for today. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.